Greetings and welcome. Today we will introduce our measurement lead set TesTip and how to use it.
The TesTip gives you the opportunity to carry out many measurements and achieve very precise results through direct contact.
It allows for straightforward error detection.
Here are also different measurement line adapters. For example, our Potty is included, which can test a fuel sender or a coolant temperature sensor to see if it runs rich or lean, helping you identify the issue. Where is my fault? In the cable or the sensor?
As you can see, our 90-piece case includes all standard contact sizes. We have Polarity testers included, which you can use to check a fuel sender, for example. So everything you need is included in the set.
The most crucial aspect of this set is that many customers express concerns about buying a suitcase only to find it missing or damaged. With our product, the insert is included, allowing you to order each part separately.
Among other things, you can also order resistors to check all the airbag circuits. And here's how it works.
How does it go?
We'll show you. The customer came in with a problem. The airbag light is on. We read the error with our outtail tester and found an airbag issue on the passenger side.
We've now exposed the airbag on the passenger side. We selected the appropriate test cables and plugged them into the connector to the control unit. Now we've inserted the test resistor. We need our SRS test resistor into the test cables. Now we'll reconnect the battery terminal. Start stop, we'll turn on the ignition, clear the error. If the error can be cleared, we'll know where the fault is in the airbag and not in the cable. We'll show you our polarity tester from the TesTip. This is about knowing which wire is which. When you have a connector with two wires of the same color, which is positive and which is negative. We also have another example.
For example, PT will connect it now. We'll demonstrate it here with the battery. This means if I want to check something anywhere, Hall sensors, photosensors, or injector nozzles, are they positive or ground controlled? Then I can see quickly the green light here now. This means it's positive controlled. If I went the other way, I'd have the red light, which means the injector nozzle is ground controlled. So I can determine this very quickly.
That's correct.
What you'll also find in our 94-piece test lead set are two Y connectors, splitter pieces, with which you can create a test connection like we did here.
Correct. We simply took two connectors so you can see it nicely on the workbench. This is about how in the past we used to poke the probe into the cable from the back. You can't do that anymore today. Eventually you'll get oxidation, which means you'll create damage yourself. Here we can measure in between, giving us a clean measurement without harming the component.
Yes, here we have our two Y connectors.
Here we have our multimeter. We want to measure here, so we'll connect at the top. Now we can read our measurement. This means we'll turn on the ignition, allow current to flow, and then we'll know our result, and if we're content, without causing any damage. Now we'll show you some other things in the case. There are many options, just to give you a snapshot. Here are our crocodile clips. This allows you to connect measurement cables at the back and measure directly at the battery. Over here, we also have two banana cables. You know them. They're commonly called banana plugs. You can connect them to the multimeter and extend from the top. Here, we also have another probe. You can connect measurement cables from your multimeter and have a fine tip at the front for further adaptations. And naturally, we have different items here that we can't show in detail. You can look at them in the online catalog or description. Here, we also have flat cables. We have round connectors, always with male and female sides included. This means you can measure in between. There are many options. There are many ways to measure between the connectors.
Especially in various diameters, round, square, narrow, wide. So you can really contact every connector. What's also interesting in the case is right here. Our test probe is very thin, which means I can effectively reach into my connector. I can access my connector from behind without piercing the wire. What's very important is that it must be flexible. For me, this isn't flexible. Flexible means I can use a probe like this. Then it's flexible, it won't break, and I can bend it back. I do this many times a day. Also included are our resistors, and here we have our potentiometer, which lets me check a fuel sender. The potentiometer is from 0 to 5 kiloohms. As you can see, you are nicely equipped with our test leads.
And anything else you need is available in our online catalog or in the description of this video.
Yes, speaking of videos, don't miss any more. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll always be up to date.